Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wings of Wor. And, yeah, it's made by the movie company Dreamworks, apparently. Wait a minute, Dreamworks makes video games? Okay, this obviously doesn't make any sense. I don't know what's going on here, but why is a movie company making video games? Somebody please explain this to me. In Japan, this game is known as Gynoug, or whatever the duck its name is, I can't really pronounce it. Yeah, I think it's, no, not NYC, I think it's like NIC or NCI or whatever the duck its name is. Yeah, this game was made by a Japanese company before Dreamworks ever got a hold of it for North America. And, unlike the original, NCS. Unlike the original, Japanese version, Wings of Wor features an easy mode, which makes the game... It's not... there's really no change between easy and normal, except for possibly a few different enemy placements, but that's about it. But enough of that. Let's put in the Konami Code. Yeah, the Konami Code does nothing. This is not a game made by Konami, even though, yeah, it's your typical Gradius shooter. The only difference between this and Gradius 3 is that, well, you can't choose the weapons that you want to have at the beginning of the game. You can't use the Konami Code. And, your lives are very limited in this. It's hard to get 1-ups. Unlike Gradius, where you get a 1-up, like, after every, 30,000 or so points, depending on your settings, but, you know. Nevertheless, I'm playing on the hyper difficulty. Yes, I decided to go in bare-bones, hyper difficulty, hardest difficulty in the game. I'd say this is harder than the arcade mode of, Gradius 3 on the Super Nintendo, and I would say it's much more harder than the actual Gradius 3 arcade game, or at least equally as hard, if you could say it that way. This game used to... There are so many bad memories I have of this game. I always used to lose, even on easy, where things are so simple. I would always fail. Like, I would always get up to stage 3, and then these gargoyle statues would end up shooting me out of nowhere. I'm like, what the duck just killed me? Nevertheless, we're about to get our best weapon upgrade in the game. Yes, the straight shot. Which apparently widens the higher your shot level is. You can level up your shot level to 5, I believe. Yeah, you can upgrade your shot level and magic shot level to 5. The blue shots are the regular shots, and the red, yeah, the red circles up there on the meter are your magic shot powers. And then, you might see the letter E right next to 3 zeros and your lives counter. That just shows which magic you can use at that time. Well, basically, to use the magic, you have to press the A button, and when you get that, you then get a little bit of a meter also telling you what, well, not a meter, but your 3 zeros end up becoming a different number, showing how much ammunition of that you have left. And it'll also show you the name of the weapon. The only weapon that doesn't ever require that you have to have, ammunition for it is the wild shot. And the wild shot is basically, like, whenever you get a W book, or a W scroll, and then you use it, then, your little winged friend here ends up getting shots that are twice the size of the actual bullets that he's using right now. And trust me, it does come in handy. I don't know if it doubles your attack power. I figure it at least increases it by a specific percentage. I don't know how that works, but from what I've been noticing, it kills enemies much more quicker, from what I've been seeing. Probably like a 2 or 3 shot difference, but it's definitely very worthy to have it, especially very early in the game. I know for a fact that in easy mode you can get the wild shot a lot in the first stage. And if you get it, keep it. This is actually going to be a no-death run. Yes, I planned on doing this no-death, so I decided to do this no-death. And whenever I died in this game, I would always restart it, so... Trust me, this took about, I'm gonna say at least 6 hours just to get the footage ready. I don't know why it took me 6 hours, but hey. Nevertheless, you have all these enemies that are out to kill you. You got these nebula-like things that are trying to constantly be shooting at you from the ground. You got these spiders shooting little spiders to kill you, which you can't destroy. There's just so much to avoid in this game. Everything kills you in one hit. You know, I was always wondering about this when it comes to space shooters or this game. How come they don't give you a health bar? Honestly, I mean, if Gradius had a health bar, I could understand it giving you much easier difficulty, but no, when you don't have a health bar, it just makes the shooter game that much more worse. Galaga is a big example of this. Nevertheless, we're at our first boss, the tank. Just keep shooting the head until it's dead, and just keep moving up and down to avoid the little ninja stars it throws at you. At least it's what it looks like. It looks like ninja stars. It doesn't look like mines or anything. Literally, these bosses are so easy. You don't even need your magic shots. Even in the easy mode, I just use the normal shots, and it's this simple. The bosses really have no difference compared to their easy mode counterparts in hyper mode. The only difference probably being, like, I'm gonna say, maybe a few extra shots here and there, probably a few extra abilities that they throw at you. Like, there's gonna be this one boss that we see in part 2 where there's gonna be, this boss shooting 3 types of bullets at once at you, and you have to avoid all 3. Not cool. You know, I have a feeling that this game has a few links with, maybe Castlevania and Rocket Knight Adventures, because the bats are clearly from Castlevania, and oh, finally got myself to level 5 on both. Yeah, unless if you have Magic Shot level 5, yeah, you can't use this special version of the straight shot. Nevertheless, yeah, birds dropping projectiles, bats shooting at you. This is clearly Castlevania in disguise. And the background reminds me of Rocket Knight Adventures. I believe it's like stage 2. I'll get to Rocket Knight Adventures eventually, and then I'll mention it there. Nevertheless, what you see here is the Aura Shield. Probably one of the better magical abilities of the game. Whenever you get hit, though, be careful. Your time drops. Like, see what I did there? I destroyed an enemy, but I lost about 3 seconds of shield time. So you don't want to get hit when you have the shield on you. However, if you do get shot at and you have the barrier, your time will not be affected. The barrier will the aura shield will pick up any damage that you received. So yeah, it's basically a good way to save yourself. And it looks like we're going underwater. I don't know how my winged man is able to swim or fly underwater. That's breaking many laws of physics. Because apparently what I know from birds is that, from what I know about birds, if you get your wings stuck in water, you can't fly. Well, that doesn't apply to all. I mean, ducks can still do it, swans can still do it if they wanted to, but these must be some special magical wings, if that's the case. LT. You know, I honestly wanted to get an S scroll just to get the LT Smash reference out of the way from The Simpsons. You know, Lieutenant LT Smash. But yeah, I don't apparently get that. Oh god. Yeah, this guy actually gave me the hardest time when I was playing hyper difficulty for the first time. It wasn't the first stage that gave me the hardest time, it was this guy. Basically what you're supposed to do here is, whenever its pink body, I don't know if it's a he or a she, whenever its pink body is shooting out bullets, that's when you shoot the pink body. Because you can't shoot the rocks, you can use your magic, but, like, you can use the Thunderbolt here, but it won't look as if you're doing anything. Trust me though, if I wasn't shooting Thunderbolts, I probably wouldn't have given as good enough damage than I actually did. Wait, I wonder when I start using it. Nope, I don't even bother using it for the rest of the battle, because I thought it was useless at first. you know, that happens. Also, I like how they pulled off the Gradius gimmick here and actually give you custom music for each stage. So yeah, they were doing Sonic 3 gimmicks before Sonic 3. Basically, when you get to the second part of a stage, they change the music up, and that's pretty good. I like having different music in my games when I get to the second half of a stage. Sonic 4 Episode 2, I'm looking at you, especially with that special customized musical proposal soundtrack by username Cube2DX. Every time I play Castlevania Zone Act 2, I love that music. Good God. I believe the one I'm using for the Castlevania Zone Act 2 is the Zone 5 Act 2 track, which... love it. I just love it. If they ever do an Episode 3 proposal Cube2DX, I want you to do it. Nevertheless, we have sea urchins in the shapes of hands trying to shoot at me. That's a bit odd. Why would hands want to be grabbing and shooting at me? I'm a guy with wings. I can clearly fly away from the hand if I wanted to. But, you know, I'm gonna try to see if I can kill them all, because these guys are actually annoying. During my test runs of this game, there were so many, like, they shoot wherever you are, and you have to keep avoiding them. I don't like the fact that I have to keep getting shot at by these hands. So that's a good reason why I saved my Thunderbolt for this particular section, because there's no way I would have survived this part if I didn't have my Thunderbolt. And what's up with all these big, piranha-looking demon heads? Whatever the duck names are. I don't know. Nevertheless, I actually don't know the storyline of this game. Yeah, this is actually one of those games that I had gotten without a manual. My friend David Medeiros, not to be confused with Louis Medeiros of Solaris Paradox, Plot Hole Incarnate, not to be confused with him. I originally gotten this game from David, as well as a few other games for about 20 bucks. Yeah, 20 games, 20 bucks. That was a good offer. And, yeah, sadly I never ended up, getting an instruction manual for Wings of Wor, so I honestly don't know the storyline of this game. I don't know the names of all the enemies, I don't know what shots are supposed to be which. Well, clearly I can tell what they are up there on the screen, but... yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I can't find, like, a similar, process to what this storyline is supposed to be. I mean, you're just shooting things. You're just shooting things, and then you're shooting these British guys that have heads. Pardon me, any British people that are out there. I love the British, don't get me wrong. And, yeah. I just don't know the storyline. Then you have to fight an alien and then a human body at the end. That's really all there is to this game. Nevertheless, the boat, this boat, same strategy as last time, just keep shooting the head. There really isn't anything to say about this boss. You're just avoiding bullets and shooting the head. Oh, wait a minute, I almost forgot. And then it comes upward, and then you have to shoot yet another head. Which, trust me, it's pathetic. This boss is pathetic. You're just doing the same thing again and again and again and again. Avoiding bullets, shooting the head, avoiding bullets, shooting the head, and then after some short time later, the head is dead. I believe it'll be... yeah. It's already dead. Nevertheless, that's the end of the first two stages, and we shall tackle the next two stages in part 2. See you then.